Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to post commentary for the Project Cars 2 stream I have just completed here on Mixer. So, now the way the game works is this: you've got 6 tiers of motorsport events across the career mode portion of the game. Now, yeah, I actually have made some progress before actually picking up the stream. I started in the kart series and completed that. I then went on to start the Formula Rookie series, for which you're about to see the last race in that series. Now, the way these races are set up, I'll just start the stream because I can. I'll also cut down the volume a bit so you can hear my voice above the audio. That's it. Right, so here we go. So this race is the last race of the Formula Rookie series, and this race was on Circuit de Catalunya. Again, apologies for the quality of the stream. It has been recorded through the Xbox, so recording may be a little out of quality. But these are from what they call Formula Rookie cars. So oops. Mixer just having a few issues there. So it's picked it back up again now. In fact, this is the Red Bull Ring actually in Austria. And not the Circuit de Catalunya. So when we go round this turn, we've got got quite comfortable lead at this early stage. These races are a bit short. I was planning to make sure that the stream didn't last too long so I could fit this post commentary section in as well. And there you go, that was a nice comfortable win in the final race of that series. And I like these presentations at the end of the events. I personally like those. So it says you have successfully completed the series and can now advance to the next series in the season. Retry this series from the beginning or try an alternative series if one is available. You've successfully completed the season. To start a new season, you can now either advance to the next tier in motorsports or select a new motorsport from the same tier if one is applicable. So here we go. I'll just pause it so I can explain how these work. You can see on the screen there's 6 tiers in total. The easiest races are on the left hand side of the screen at tier 6, and the hardest races are at tier 1. So as you can see, in tier 6 we've got Formula Rookie, which is what I've just completed. We've got the kart race, which I've also completed. The completion symbol is that golden cup that you see to the left of each series name. And another series that you're going to see featured in its entirety is the Junior Ginetta series, which is also completed in this stream. So, but you can see, then we've got, I don't know what FC stands for, but we'll find out soon enough. We've got the Ginetta GTS and then the Clio Cup. You will also see the first race from the Clio Cup. It's Formula C actually. First race from the Clio Cup at the end of this stream as well. But you can see we've got Formula C, we've got GT5 from Ginetta, we've got the Renault Clio Cup in tier 5, and we've also got something else as well which I'm yet to determine what that is, but those are the tier 5 events. We've then got Formula Renault at tier 4, followed by Prototype C at tier 4 as well, GT4 cars at tier 4, the Porsche Cayman event at tier 4, the Group A cars at tier 4, and also something else at tier 4 which I think some lights or something. RF. Oh, they're the RF series down the bottom for all 4 remaining tiers. You can see at tier 3 we've got Le Mans prototype events. We've also got other things as well. I can't quite make those out yet, but I will do, because I'll get to them at some point. But you can see that the career mode in this game is quite well structured and quite well shown off. Now we'll see which one I go to next. And I happen to go to, I believe it's I go back and complete the Ginetta series next. Formula C. Let's SC light. Now these cars are decent little cars. These ones, I'm not quite sure what they are. but I'm not quite sure what the G40 is, but apparently that G40 Junior is what we were driving, so and this, hang on, I'll just wind that back a few seconds. Right, it went too far there. Right there. Oops, I still went too far there. See if we can make sure we pause it where we bring up the screen. As you can see, there's a fair chunk of different circuits. We'll get onto more of those as time goes on. Right. No. Here we go. So you can see here that this is how the game works for certain series. You've got practice, qualifying, and then you've got the race. Now the practice session, if that bar was all the way up to the top, would last 30 minutes. The qualifying session would, if the bar was all the way up to the top, would last 15 minutes. And the race itself, if the bar was up all the way up to the top, would last 15 minutes. So they can be changed to however long you want them to be. If you want one race to be longer than the other, you can do that. I'm not sure what I went with for this first attempt, but we're about to find out in a minute. What did I go for? Where is it? Better. Now I went for the short version. But here we are, Alton Park, one of the British circuits in this game. This is once again being recorded on the Xbox One X. So even though it's not currently in HD because of streaming constraints. Sorry, not currently in 4K because of streaming constraints. Just looking at the other camera views. and these are what we call timed races. So the race will end after the timer has reached 0 and you complete the lap on which the timer reaches 0. So as you can see, we've got 1 minute remaining in this race, which means I've probably got 2 laps to go, presuming that I complete this lap in the time. Within time to start another one. If you start another one, you have to complete it before the race will finish. If you don't manage to start another one in time, the race automatically finishes. I love the co-drivers' thoughts about this. Oh, that's your first career victory. It's not my first career victory. It's just the first career victory in the series. But you just have to love some of the reactions from the co-drivers in this game. What did we go for this time? I think we went for a full race, just to show. I think I put practice and qualifying on for this race. Now I put it at 5. Did I put practice and qualifying on? No, I extended it to 5 minutes this time, because it was a little bit short last time, so that's why I extended it to 5 minutes. Knock Hill, another circuit that's regular to the Project Car series, but given this is the first one I've actually properly played, and it's one of the first times I'm racing around it. I did have another game with it in, but I didn't play it much, so I'm seeing this course and this racetrack for the first time mostly. I did take into now I actually botched this because I actually put in too much fuel, so I had to go back out and start again, because I wanted to put some fuel in, but then I realised very quickly that I'd put too much in, so I actually had to restart this race twice. You're about to see why. But you can see that the fuel indicator is pretty realistic. So 3.5 I thought at the beginning of this race 3.1 litres isn't going to get me far at all, but I didn't realise until later that the fuel that they give you is invariably enough. Now, the only time it's not going to be enough is when you want to extend the race to 15 minutes or so, which you will see one race at full distance throughout this episode. Yeah, I was actually, because I was that confident of being able to win it at some point, I was trying out some stuff at this point. It actually might not have been this race, it might have been another one. I don't know which one it was, I don't know whether it was this one or the next one. But I know it was one of them. I went into the pits to see what that was like for refueling purposes. It might have been this one. I don't know, it depends on whether it was or not. Yeah, it might have been this lap actually. I came in and then botched the amount I wanted to put in, so I had to restart it, which I wasn't too happy about. Yeah, because I was actually meaning to just put 10 litres or so in, but as you can see I completely botched it because it actually was putting a full tank in. So, and then I proceeded to put extra tyres on the vehicle that I didn't even want. So I knew at that stage I botched the pit setup to the point of getting completely wrong. So much so that I started it again after seeing this. I thought, I'm not having this. Yeah, I botched it completely. I realised at that point I botched it completely. So yeah, let's restart the session. And this time, let's make the adjustment to the pit strategy, so that when we ask the car to come into the pits, they don't give us too much fuel. Because you don't want 45 litres, nor do you want any tyres changing either. Right, so that's fine. So basically it was going to give me 11 laps of extra fuel, and that was it. That was all it was going to do, and eventually I was happy with it. If you are wondering, I'm playing without the damage simulated because I'm not a very good driver. I can admit that, so I'm playing mostly without damage simulated, so there's no need to repair tyres or replace them because of that fact. So it started with 3.2 litres of fuel, which I knew wasn't going to be enough to get me through 5 minutes of racing. Not without running perilously close to an empty tank. So what I decided to do is I decided to bring it in early at the end of this lap. So at the end of the first lap, I bring it in, get the fuel in, and then just go to the end on the fuel that's in. So, of course, with there being another 4 or 5 litres in, there'll be more than enough to take it through to the end. For a 5-minute race, you generally want 5 litres in. Not 3 as they gave it. So that's for a 5-minute race, you want about 5 litres in, because it uses up a litre a minute probably. Particularly if you're going at, particularly on a faster car, it will use about a litre a minute. So this time I actually got it right. I pulled it in early enough and just put the required amount of fuel in. But this is how the fuel system works. As you can see, it was so easy. There was no tyre change and I was out within 8 seconds. So that was a lot better. And there is now 6.7 litres. So there was another 4 litres put into the car. So instead of 2.7, it had 6.7. So I knew at that point there was going to be enough in the car to take it to the end of the race. So it was just a case of going for it. So I've also turned penalties off, just again because I'm not a very good driver and I'm always scoring penalties, so I don't want that to detract from the gameplay. So that's why I decided to turn it off. There are plenty of other playthroughs that will use the penalty system, but this one won't, so it's fine. So a good So as you can see, I'm about to run out of time, so this will be the final lap. again, apologies for the quality level from the Xbox One X, folks. So another comfortable win there. Yeah, but this one I decided to do a full race length, so just so I could basically see how many laps I could do inside of a full race length. Excuse me. Needless to say, I changed up the fuel and tyre setup for this to ask them to put in oops, not 45, to ask them to put in 11 litres, I think it was. I think it was 11 I settled for. No, it was 6. Okay, so I upped the amount of fuel I wanted to put into 6 litres, but again I went in on the first lap. So they gave us 8.5 to start with, but I did still bring it in on the first lap. So I wanted to run from start to end in the session. But anyway, let's move on to the next bit. Because now we've seen what practice and qualifying is. Here we go. Here's what we call a free practice session. This was at trying to figure out where it was. I think it was Donington. And this is the free practice session, which lasts for 30 minutes. I don't need to show what it is because it's just a 30-minute session. And once you do that, you've then got a 15-minute qualifying session, which qualifies for that. And then at the end of that session, got the race itself, which went on for 15 minutes, and you can see it was another comfortable win. I ain't gonna make this video too long because it is meant to be just post-com, so you can see at this stage I wasn't having much issue winning many events. Bear in mind, I've only had this game since about 10:30 last night. To be in this situation is pretty good. Just short races to finish. Needless to say, won them all. So let's just skip into the next bit, into the final bit of the stream I did. This is the final Genetta race. And then the final bit of the stream was a go around in some Renault Clios. So, as you can see, I was trying to cut the time down. I'll show this race in its entirety because it didn't start very well. It didn't start very well, not at all. So, but then somehow managed to find it. because at the start of this I was struggling to control. I mean, it's a basic front engine front wheel drive, and I was struggling to control it, so excuse me. So I was a bit surprised with the start of this race, but I did manage to find it in the end and make sure I came out with something. Yeah, you can see why I wasn't generally happy with this. So as you can see, 102.627 was the fastest lap. And that basically brings to an end what I did in this this post-comp session of what I did in this first stream. Now I'm always going to keep the post-coms slightly shorter than the videos themselves, unless there's a lot to cram into the session. I mean, this is just an introductory video, so there isn't too much to cram into it, but now that the introduction's out, or the introduction's done, I will be looking to cram more into each episode going forward. But that's going to complete the post-com, folks. As I say, this will be going up to YouTube once I check whether audio sounds correct and it doesn't sound overpowering according to the game, but once it does, it'll be going up to YouTube and it will be added to the Mixer.com's playlist. But that's going to do it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow with something else, probably some golf or something or other. But that's going to do it for now, folks. See you guys next time.